What's up, boys and girls, and welcome back to ZTV. On today's episode, we're gonna have a very special speed sermon where we race the clock to teach you something about our amazing God. My name's Pastor Jonathan, and over there is my friend, Mr. Will. And today, we're gonna have a party! No, Mr. Will, the party isn't for you. Instead, it's for you guys. You, all of you. Why? Because today, you level up. Say it with me, one more time. Level up. That's right, level up is our big idea today, boys and girls, because you are moving up a grade. Congratulations. Some of you might be excited to level up, like Mr. Will over there, but there might be some of you who think that graduating isn't that big of a deal. Well, if that's you, stop. I want you to know that you have loads to be excited about. That was the load. Let me prove it to you. What is the greatest feeling of victory you've ever had? Can you think of something like super duper fantastic that made you feel so good? Maybe it was the last time you leveled up in Fortnite. Or maybe it was your high score at Paper.io. Or maybe you unlocked a new achievement in Minecraft or Roblox or Mario Odyssey or Super Smash Brothers or... You get it. Whatever the game, there's no greater feeling than being able to level up. And how do I know this? Because there's no feeling worse than being stuck on the same level. Tragic. Boys and girls, don't worry. We've got you covered. Today we're gonna learn about the most successful level up you will have all year. Lend me your ears. It's an ear. Gross. Okay, we're gonna talk about the walkthrough that you are gonna experience for the game of life. How do you do it? You look into this amazing book called the Bible. You know, it's that book where you keep your mustache cash. Sorry. In the Bible, there are a lot of amazing stories, and quite a few of them come from a man named Jesus. Raise your hand if you've heard of Jesus. I thought so. Good. Now, one thing about Jesus that you should know is that he was amazing at telling stories. I mean, people would come from all around in the surrounding towns just to listen to him speak. They would hang on every word, standing for hours, and they couldn't wait to see what he was gonna say next. Boom! Got him. Okay, so why did so many people listen to Jesus? I think it was because Jesus talked about stuff that people liked. If we were with Jesus, I'm sure he would talk about candy, toys, and slime. But the people Jesus was talking to, they really liked dirt. No, I'm serious. These guys were farmers, which meant they were really interested in dirt and grass and plants and smelly manure. But when you think about it, farming is actually kind of cool, boys and girls. I mean, there is so much life packed into every tiny little seed. Did you know that the tallest tree in the known world is a giant sequoia called General Sherman? And you can find it over in the Redwood Forest in California. Now, this tree is huge, boys and girls, huge. But it all started from a seed that was about this small. Amazing. There's so much life packed into every single seed. But even the best seeds need the right kind of dirt to level up. Yeah, don't do that. Boys and girls, Jesus tells a story about 4 different types of dirt, or soil. A farmer went and planted seeds in all of those different types of soils. Now, the first soil was a footpath, which meant people walked all over it. And so as soon as the seeds went down, they were trampled and birds came down to eat those seeds up. The second type of soil was shallow and rocky. So that meant the seeds sprouted really quickly, but they didn't have enough room to take really deep roots. That meant they were weak and they shriveled up and died in the heat of the sun. The third type of soil was even worse, boys and girls, because it was full of thistles and thorns, which meant every single seed that got planted was choked out and destroyed. But then there was that fourth type of soil, the type that was soft and smushy and made plenty of room for those seeds to go down real deep. So what do you think happened to those seeds, boys and girls? Turn to your neighbor and say, "What happened?" I'll tell you. They grew, and 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 they kept leveling up until one day, maybe, just maybe, they got to be as big as our friend General Sherman. Now wait a second. Am I trying to tell you that you're a tree? No. What I'm trying to tell you is we work the exact same way as that soil. And those seeds, that's the truth of God that gets spoken to us and planted right in our hearts. So here's my question. What type of soil are you? The soil on the footpath stands for when we hear God's words, but we don't really try to understand God's words. And when we don't try to understand God's words, they can be easily stolen away from us. The rocky soil stands for when we hear God's words, but we don't choose to believe that they're true. And when we don't believe that God's words are true, they can shrivel up and die on the inside. The third soil, that thorny soil, stands for when we hear and believe God's words, but we let the cares and the worries and the fears of this world crush those truths until they're totally gone. But that just leaves the last soil, boys and girls, the good soil. And that stands for when we hear God's words, understand God's words, and trust God's words. That's how we level up this year, boys and girls, by practicing knowing God, understanding God, and trusting God. Whether we're at level 1 or level 100, God will always take what we have and help it grow and grow and grow, just like that giant sequoia tree. Now, do me a favor, boys and girls. Let's stand up on our feet because we are gonna say our big idea together. Do you remember our big idea? Level up. All right, here we go. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Level up. One more time. 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 Level up. All right, that was really good. Good job. Give yourself a big round of applause. That was amazing. And you know what, Mr. Will? Since you've been helping us out so much, I know I said it wasn't your party, but I think we should let him have some cake. Boys and girls, what do you think? All right, here we go. Make a wish, buddy.
Never gonna